Hi everyone, it's Yvette from Gleaming with Evie. I am a licensed esthetician here in Los Angeles, California. I do facials, lashes, and brows, and that's what this channel is all about. So if you're into any of that, make sure to subscribe down below so you can see a lot more of my work and a lot more of what it's like to be an esthetician. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you guys my favorite tweezers to work with. I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite isolation tweezers, my favorite tweezers for fanning, all of that good stuff. So if you are a lash girl and you want to see any of this, make sure to stick around so you can see it all. All right, so this is the little box that I keep on my cart. I did buy this from Lost Artistry, but you can find some through other lash brands. This is just Lost Artistry. Honestly, was the brand that, like, I love Lost Artistry. They have the most useful videos on here. I learned a lot through them when I first started. I really relied on their products and their videos to guide me through, because as we all know, when we first get out of our first lash class, it's a little like, what am I doing, you know? And so I know that I went to Lost Artistry a lot, again, for their products, but also for their videos, because it was very helpful and it really helped me learn. But not all the tweezers in here are from Lost Artistry. And then I, of course, have another LivBay tweezer right here. It comes in its own little case. So I do love this tweezer. We'll go over it in just a minute. But I do want to show you guys my favorite tweezers from Lost Artistry, because they are the tweezers that I have the most of. Like I said, they're the ones I got the most comfortable with, and it's just what I am so used to using. So let's go ahead and open this. Now I like to keep it covered just to make sure that no dust particles get in here, but I also still like to keep the rubber tip on them just in case anything happens. If I drop them, they're still protected from the tip. If you don't know, you have to protect the tips. Well, you have to protect your tweezers at all costs, because any little thing can make them break, but especially the tips. So whenever you're not using them, make sure to keep the little plastic thing on, just so that it stays protected at all times, even when you're not using them. So anyway, let's go ahead and start with these two tweezers, because I actually have them out already. So this is their Ultra Isolation Curved Treat Tweezer. I like it because it has a very fine tip right here, but it still has that curve that you need. Not gonna lie, you guys, I use this for both isolating and my classic lashes as well. When I first started, this was like my game changer. So I started with using like a sunset curve tweezer, which I'll show you one in a little bit, what that looks like. But basically, when I first started, I had a lot of curly lashes to lash, and I have to say this is a tweezer that like really helped me not be afraid of the curly lashes so much anymore. It's nice and pointy. It was it was just perfect. But like I said, I do use this for classic lash application, but I'm also going to show you guys this one right here. So this is their Grippopotamus, Lost Artistry Grippopotamus Slim Boot Tweezers. So this is the tweezer that I actually use, and I do put some tape on it because I have two of these. I also have two of these, but I don't use the second one. I literally just use this one, but it's always good to have a backup. But anyway, I have two of these. One is for my mega volume. This one I used to use for my 0.07. So whenever I did hybrid lashes, not too long ago though, I stopped doing hybrid lashes with 0.07. Now I use 0.05. So what I still use, these two are actually the very first tweezers that I bring out for any service except for full sets, unless I'm gonna need to use these for full sets. But like I said, these are usually like what I do for my fills. As soon as I get someone coming in for a fill, I will use these two tweezers, because this one has a really good grip, you guys. Even on the natural lash, like I'm able to grab that natural lash and like peel whatever fan or whatever other lash may be on here. So that's what I use these two for. But also when it comes to applying classic lashes, I will use this tweezer. So definitely, if you are new, experiment obviously with different tweezers. but try to find the ones that can be multi-use for you. Now, if you are planning on using, let's say, like for example, I was using this one for my 0.07s, I cannot use this tweezer for anything smaller. So like my 0.05s or my 0.03s will slip right out of this tweezer because this tweezer is already molded to like those bigger lashes. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but like the grip is not as great as it used to be when I first got it. But like I said, I do have my other one. Now this one, it's the same thing. It doesn't have a sticker on it, but this is the one that I use for my 0.03s. It is brand new, and the reason why I love the Grippopotamus tweezers so much is because that is exactly what it is, you guys. It has amazing grip. Literally the whole thing shuts, and what I like is that when you squeeze it, it's not super hard to squeeze. And I know you guys understand what I mean, because when I try, maybe I should have some lashes, but when I try to pick up some lashes sometimes with some tweezers, my thumb starts to hurt, you know? And it's like when you're doing this moving consistently, you kind of don't want tweezers like that, but it's not too soft to where it immediately, like any little thing that if I lose a little tiny bit of grip, like everything's gonna fall out. It does not do that. So I love, this is by far my favorite volume tweezers. If I had to pick anything, if I had to tell you guys go try this tweezer, this is the one I will highly encourage you guys to go try. Everyone has their preference when it comes to volume fans. I know some people like the J-curve tweezer. I'm going to show you guys one example of one. Personally, it is not what I like to use. I'm just not used to using it, but I know some people love using this other tweezer. So I'll show it to you guys in just a minute. So this right here is the London Lash LPNY tweezer. I don't know. It was, honestly, they don't have it anymore. I'm sure they have something similar to it. Yogi's Lashes was the one that kept recommending this one. But again, it's a J-curve tweezer. It is very like soft when you what is this? When you pinch it, I guess. It is very soft, so it's not hard. You're not gonna feel like you're losing your, like, you're not gonna feel like you have to put a lot of pressure to like hold it closed. I don't know why. I think I'm just not used to, like, because with my volume tweezers, I go in like this. Like I literally put it straight up and I go in like that. And with this one, I can't because it's curved. So I have to kind of tilt it at an angle, and I'm just not used to that. I'm not used to my wrist being like this. I'm used to having it like this. So I think that's the reason why I don't like this. I've given them a try. I'm not crazy about them. I don't know. I'm not gonna get rid of them because I do want to keep giving them a try. Everyone always says keep trying things. They might eventually end up working for you. But to be honest with you guys, this is not it for me. But do not get discouraged, because even if it's not for me, it does not mean it's not for you. So that is the whole point with lashing. You have to, it's a lot of trial and error until you find what works for you, and then you just keep doing that, you know? But just because it works for you doesn't mean it's gonna work for everyone else, and it's the same vice versa, you know? So again, if I had to pick one, it's the Grippopotamus, the slim boot, okay? I do not like the bigger boot. I like the slim boot. But I will tell you guys that I do have another one. So this is their volume tweezer, Lost Artistry's volume tweezer from the Ultra line. I have a sticker on it just because I wanted to make sure to remember that these are specifically for 0.05. Now I use these. They do have you have to hold it with a lot more pressure, so they're not my favorite, but I will say that I love pinching fans with this one when I want them to be wide. I just feel like I'm able to pick them up right at the base, pick up the lashes right at the base with this one, and I'm able to just give it a nice pinch and make my nice white fans. It's again one of my favorites for my 0.05s, but I don't use it throughout the whole service because again, these do hurt my thumbs, you know, especially if like it's the first set of the morning. I will try not to use these tweezers because my thumb is just not warmed up for it. But honestly, sometimes even in the middle of the day, if I try to use this tweezer throughout the whole service, I can't really because it does hurt my thumb. So I don't always bring these out, but you know, sometimes your days are just weird and the things that usually work for you aren't working for you. That's when I bring out the things that I'm not like super cool with because they end up working just fine for me. So this is one of those tweezers. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I still love it. It just does hurt my thumb a little more, but I love making my wide fans with this. And if you guys aren't making your sets with like both wide and narrow fence, you should start because it's truly a game changer. But okay, those are my volume tweezers along with these tweezers from LivBay. So I do use these two interchangeably. These are from LivBay. This is their Magic Mike tweezers. Now it is another kind of like the Slim Boot one, only that it is even thinner. So these I think you can even use for classic lashes, but I'm just not even gonna try using them for classic lashes. But I love doing my narrow fans with this one. So occasionally I'll do the wider fans, but for the most part, I stick to my narrow fans with my LivBay Magic Mike tweezers. These are seriously some of my favorite tweezers. I use them all the time. Since I just said I use 0.05s for both my hybrid and volume sets. I do a lot of hybrid sets, so these are like my go-to, and for my hybrid sets I don't really do wide fans, so this is what I use almost every day. It's the same thing. It doesn't have like this, you don't have to hold a lot of pressure for it to stay closed, but it's just enough, you know. It's not very little like the J curve ones that I was talking about. I'm able to hold them pretty straight to pick up my lashes, and then like I said, I can pick up the lashes either kind of at the middle or pretty much at the base to create a variety of fans, whether it's wide or narrow fans. But yeah, these, a lot of people rave about these, and I can tell you there is a reason why we all rave about it. LivBay has some really good supplies, and it's not like crazily priced. So if you are new and you haven't tried LivBay, highly encourage you to go try LivBay, and then also check out their videos because they do have a lot of useful videos. I have learned a lot from them as well throughout my journey. All right, now we're gonna go into isolation tweezers. So if I'm being honest, I only have two isolation tweezers that I go to all the time, and that is these two right here. These right here are from Flourish Lashes. Now this is a sunset tweezer. I don't always reach for this one, I'm not gonna lie, simply because I have this one. This is my favorite one. We'll talk about this one right now. But this is just a sunset tweezer. I will say I like this one to get into those inner corners just because of the curve. I do feel like it's just way easier. The tip is very fine, so I'm able to like really get in there if I need to, you know. But I don't really have much to say about this one because I don't use it much, but when I'm struggling to isolate with this one, this is my go-to to bring it, come out and play a little bit. Flourish. I love Flourish lashes as well. Their lashes, like their actual lashes, are amazing. They fan like butter and they're super dark. We love Flourish lashes. But anyway, yeah, this is one of the tweezers. I have another tweezer by them, but I'm not gonna lie, just because I have the LivBay one and it's very similar to it, I just always just stick to LivBay's, but I do need to give the other one a fair chance. But anyway, Flourish lashes, if you are into sunset isolation tweezers, definitely give them a try. They are very sturdy. It feels very like strong. It does not feel cheap at all. So give them a try. They're really good. But anyway, these are these changed my life. Oh my goodness, like hands down, long isolation tweezers from LivBay. I believe they're from the Grippopotamus line. Let's check. Yeah, so this is the Grippopotamus long curved isolation tweezer, and one of my favorites. I just put the tape for no reason. I really don't need a tape on it. I don't know, I just put ISO on it. You can't even see it, but use this for all my sets. I can even use it in the inner corners. It's just perfect. I don't feel like, sometimes my clients do have like when their eyes are more like sticking out, what is it called, protruded, is that what it's called? I don't even know what it's called, but basically when their eyes are like sticking out a little more from the eye socket, they're not more deep set. I love using these because I feel like I don't necessarily lay it on their eyes, so I'm able to like lift it up a little bit, but it still gives me enough room to like get to the lash line. I don't feel like I'm all over them. For example, let's go with the smaller ones. With these, see, like, it's just so much better. I don't know, it's hard to explain. You guys definitely have to try these long curved isolation tweezers. They were a game changer for me. I got used to them so fast. I have another one, a new one, because I don't ever want to let go of this one. It was a game changer. It made my life so much easier, and I can get all angles of the eye with this one. But again, like I said, there are days where things just don't seem to be working with me, and that is when I bring out the Flourish one, and it is like a lifesaver during those times. But for the most part, these are my go-to. They're nice and long, very nice and pointy, and yeah, it's just amazing. Give these a try if you haven't, or don't, whatever. I love them. I cannot live without them. So if you are new, just make sure to try different things. Don't settle with like one thing just because everyone else is saying that it works for them. You have to try your own stuff and see what works for you. But anyway, yeah, that is it for today's video. Let's put this away. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are into any of this, or if you have any comments, please make sure to write them down below. Let's all be nice with each other. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram so you can see a little more of my work and a little bit more of what I do. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye.